Morning everyone, and welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. Welcome to your favourite Knackers Yard. Yeah, Sting, still confusing the tits out of me. There's a few comments on the last one about whether or not it's running on 3. Now when I tested it, it was on 4. I had 4 warm pipes, but out of curiosity I've just given it a bit of a turnover and hoiked it up and down the hill, and I seem to be on 3, which is weird because I'm on 1 and 2 I've never had any dramas with. 4 is nice and warm. Sorry, you're upside down, that's thoroughly confusing. 4 is nice and warm, 3 is cold. And I'm getting a weird idle. Sometimes it's idling happy and then it will just fade away. Sounds great still. See if I can make it do it. Probably not. But just do the old test. 1 Scorchio, 2 Scorchio, 3 Scorchio, 4, 3 is cold, and it's doing that slight stutter bit, so it's just struggling again now. I'm going to have a look at the sparks. I'm going to whip the tank off and we'll have a look at the sparks. See, it's just doing that struggling bit again. Really revs dropping. Obviously I don't want to play with the idle screw because when it's idling properly it's idling fine, so I don't think it's that. Oh well, let's have a look. Right, now this is going to be tricky to see. Got the tank off. It's probably it is going to turn over, but let's see if I can getting a spark at all off that. This isn't the spark from it, this is just a random spark I've just grabbed. Getting a lovely strong spark from that. Let's whip the spark plug out, because that coil, there's nothing wrong with that coil. Let me get my bits together. Alright, so just grab my long socket set. Radiator pipes properly in the way. Anything half decently magnetic to get that out. Alright, there you go. Desperation and a bright idea. Top tip for getting spark plugs out. Bit of fuel hose. There you go. Right, so I have a spark plug. Don't look too bad. Let's just bang it in. See if I get out from it. Can you see? Yeah, about as good as you can. Bloody start button, there it is. Well, I'm getting a good spark from that. I know I'm getting at least some compression because that blew a load of crap out then. What I could do is drip a bit of fuel in there just to see if that kind of sparks it back to life. By drip, have I got anything I can drip with? Yeah. One of my trusty syringes. And some nice fresh fuel. Bit of a squirt, let's see if that provokes some life out of it. So I've just put it down, no I haven't, it's there. Let's just drizzle a bit on the end of the cap as well. Where's that gone? Oh, there we go. Nip that back down. So tight and then a tiny bit more. Or hand tight and then a tiny bit more. On. Now obviously I've got no fuel attached here, so it's just burning through whatever it's got. Still seems to be running cold. Now I bench sink them, so I think I might just try and have a bit of a tinker between 3 and 4 on a sink and see if that brings me any joy. Right, so let's just bring you back in. I've got my carb sink set up on 3 and 4. So we've got 3, 4, oh sorry, 3 and 4. Sorry, hang on, let me check that. Yeah, so orientated as per, so that's the outside. 4, that's 3. Got them about as synced up as I can. I'm literally, you know, quarter of a turning if that. Minuscule changes. Really wasn't that far out. But it sounds better. Sounds a lot better. But I still don't think I'm getting heat on that carb. On that pipe. And the classic technique. So, sorry. Run out of fuel, so 1 is fine, 2 is fine, 4 is fine. Oh, that's warming up actually. Maybe that final little tune, let's give it a rattle. Can't believe it's that sensitive though. Well, maybe it is, I don't know. I have very little frame of reference. It sounds so much better, and whoever's the guys that picked up and said, oh, that's running on 3, if you're just doing it off sound, then well done you. Yeah. Hotter on the others, but I am getting heat on that one. Let me just see if it'll wake itself up. Hotter. I mean, it's not as hot as the others, but it's getting warm. Yeah, for those that commented saying, oh, that's running on 3, that sounds better now. Not entirely sure that it's completely happy. I don't know. That's now hot enough to burn my hands. Not as hot, but it's still now what I might try is a bit of an air fuel play. So it's on 2.5, which was from the sheet. Now it has been upjetted from 98 to 100s. It's quite warm. Yeah, from 98 to 100s. So I wonder if that's still correct. Now, the issue that I've got is they're a bastard to get to without whipping off the car, and I don't want to keep doing that, frankly. I'm bored of it. So, I think if I top up that fuel, what I will do is have a bit of a play. Lovely clean fuel. Have a bit of a tinker with the air fuel screws. So just monitor the revs. Pull them out a quarter. Pull them out. Obviously, wind them out a quarter across the lot. If I can find my Fandango going round corner screwdriver, yeah, till the revs, so open them out until the revs stop increasing, and then we're not far off. So I'm going to do that off camera because I'm really short of space at the moment. I don't want to get everything out. It's only a short tinker day. Right, so that is a half out on the air fuel screws, and it's nice and healthy. It's a little bit hanging. I might need to have another play, but you see, Scorchio, Scorchio, Scorchio. I'm back on all 4. I think. Now that's out to 3. That's out to 3 on all 4, and it's a little bit not quite, so I'm going to have a bit more of a fettle. Just note what engine's up. Idiot. So I'm just over the 1. I might try and bring it in a quarter, I think. Yeah, I'm going to bring it in a quarter and just see if I can make that a bit more responsive. But I've got all 4 back. Happy. Right, I'm about 3 1/4 now, and it seems happy. Yeah, that's a lot happier. Right, let's get it all back together then. Right then, shall we see if there's any return on my time investment and see if it feels any different. That feels better. Around here because they're doing work on that house and there's crap all over the roads, cars running everywhere. It's so comfortable to ride this, it really is comfortable. Yeah, this is fine. It's certainly got more room than it did yesterday. I am convinced that it's running on 4. Now, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure how. Let me know, subscribers, how you know when it's running off, when it's not running on 4 by sound. It doesn't sound, I mean it sounds better, don't get me wrong, but I can't put my finger on what sounds better. Yeah, there's nothing that screams to me, oh, I'm on 4 now. Well, there is, it feels better, but there's no way you can tell that from video, surely, that it feels better, but it does. It feels a lot better. The one thing that did strike me though, and I'm not sure how much you can hear of me, is that I haven't sorted out that front light and that weird switch, because that switch is a bit iffy at best, and I do need to have a look at that, because frankly it's probably easier to just get rid of the switch and have it on, which is what it was designed to do. temp is going up. I was slightly concerned I haven't heard the fan go, but I think this can stand quite a lot of use before that goes on. Yes. Right, I think what I do is get back and I'll just check the pipe temperatures. Well, I say check them. I'll chuck some water on them. I do need to chop back that stalk on the side stand, but at the moment it's just really handy when I'm jumping on and off it. Right, let's try one with my helmet on. Scorchio, 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 Scorchio. Awesome, awesome. Right, and just in case that didn't come across well enough on the helmet cam, because I can't be entirely sure where it's pointed at close range. How long can you see? Yeah, 1. Scorchio, 2, Scorchio, 3, Scorchio, 4, Scorchio. Happy with that. Right, now I'm not sure whether actually, this little switch here, let's just make sure my power's off. Right, so in that, for your reference, there's 3 prongs and it is on 2 and 3. Say it's on 2 and 3. It wasn't, it had pulled off. Which is why, probably, I don't know if you can see, I'm fiddling with bits you can't see, I do apologise. Right, so if I ping you back, and if I raise you a bit, which one is it? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It is this one, you fool. Know your equipment, rule number 1. So if we look at the bottom of the light, I've got a switch just tucked away. You can't see it. In fact, you can see it. There you go. It is there. That's the random light switch. That seems to pick and choose when it works. Right, so that I'll have lights on. The full beam works when it wants to. And let me see if I can just bypass that with a bit of metal. Yeah, and there we go. So just a straight bridge of those two gives my light on. So it's got that slightly daft switch there. That's full beam. That's normal beam. So all I've just done there, you can see, let me just zoom you in, is just jam in a straight bridge. Now that switch appears to be plastic cuffed to that arm, so it's doing that all. So I think what I'm going to do is just make up some proper, could just cut it back and wire them together. What I'm going to do, because someone's done it for a reason, I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if it drains the battery when it's connected, so rather than cut it all back, I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to make some decent connectors. I'm going to see if I've got any spade connectors that I could just throw in there. Right, so there we go. So literally a 2 spade with the with some shrink wrap on it. And then what I'll do is turn the power off. Squeeze that bad boy in. Squeeze that bad boy in. Just bang a bit of black tape if I've got any kicking around on top of it. And there we go. I have a light. Right, that's MOTable. Well, zoom you out. That is MOTable. Let's do some tertiary checks, shall we? So we've got left indicator flashing and flashing fine. Right indicator flashing, or left indicator flashing fine. Yes, mate?
This is the last piece of candy floss, and no one's had any, and now everyone's had any but
Oh,
you, so
wow.
you can have the last bit.
Thank you very much, sweetheart.
It's bubblegum flavoured.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, beautiful.
Just have to go wash my hands. Just have to be careful with my sticky hands.
Yeah, I've got sticky hands now as well. My little assistant, bless her. Yeah, rear right, rear left. Let's just check on brake lights while you'll get a better view than I will. Not particularly bright, those indicators, but hey, they work. Let me just see. Yep, I'm looking at the reflection in my wife's car. Headlight, yep. Brakes work. Brakes don't bind anymore. Let's just check. No, that's beautiful. I get no notching of the handlebars. I think the headlight is pointed roughly in the right angle. Might be a tad high, but that is fine. It's an easy fix on the day, if nothing else. Yeah, I think Sting's good to go. For those that can spot when a bike is not firing on all four by noise, please teach me how. That rode better then, not magnificently better, but it certainly rode better. It had a lot more pull to it. So yeah, happy with that. Right, so Sting's ready for MOT. Don't need to touch him for the rest of the week. Brill. Happy. Midweek stuff that I may well upload. What do I need to do? What do I want to do? I'm going to have to change the caliper on that when it arrives. I haven't had anything come back from the eBayer to say that they posted it or anything, but I did do it on Friday, I suppose, so it'll be Monday. A few people have commented on the headlights. What I'm going to do is just go grab the key quickly for it. Right, so back with the key. Yeah, the question on the headlights is whether or not this horrible mesh thing that's been put on it obscures too much light. Full beams, normal beams. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think they do. You get a decent. I mean, you can see the light is throwing out, and it is middle of the day. It's as dark as I can get it, I suppose, without closing the garage door, and the bike's Sting's hanging out the front. So, I don't know. I honestly do not know if that is obscuring it too much or not. I might do a bit of research, because this is stuck on. It's going to be a complete mofo to get off, I'm sure. But if need be, then need be. But I'll do a bit of checking and see. Shall we see it? Shall we see if this starts? It's not started for a little while. Bit of choke, shall we? Now this is a beast. That is a beast. Yeah, like children, you shouldn't have favourites, but I do freaking love that. Yeah, so Sting, done, ready to go. Kermit, as soon as I get that rear caliper, get that on, it's ready to go. There's no notches, all the indicators work. I've just noticed this one might need a bit of fixing because I keep knocking it on the way past, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the only concern I have with this one is the tinting on the lights. Now presumably it's gone through an MOT with that on before, but you know, I have absolutely no way of telling. I might look back at its MOT history, actually see if there's any advisories on tinting, advisories or notes, shall we say. And I found my WD-40, I was looking for that a minute ago. Right, all good in the hood. That's me for the day. Sun's out, it's a Sunday. I think we're about to bake rhubarb crumble. Not a bad life, is it? Cheers all, catch you later. Ta-da.